Welcome to this video on the new features found in Sage 100 version 2023.2. We have two new features affecting Production Management module and one for our development partners. First, in labor entry, you will be able to edit start time, end date, and end time. Also in Production Management, you will be able to summarize material lines in work ticket entry. Finally, when developing themes, our development partners can override the theme to return to the default theme. And you can do this at the button level. Let's get started. Let's look at the feature that allows for the correction of inaccurate labor entries. This is carried out by allowing for changes to be made to Production Management start and end times, as well as end date field, which are found in the labor entry dialog box. There are two criteria that must be set up for this to work. First, under Library Master, in the Security menu, we have to go to Role Maintenance, pick the role that we want to set this up with, and under the security options, we're going to expand Production Management and make sure that Allow Full Access to Labor Entry is checked. And you can see ours is already set up that way. So we'll cancel out of here and close that window. And now we'll go to Production Management, Setup menu, Production Management Options. Then on the Labor tab, make sure that Capture Start and End Times in Labor Entry has been selected as Only Capture, No Edit Allowed, and ours has. This requires the employees to punch in when work begins on a work ticket step and to punch out when the work is completed. Start and end times are automatically captured based on the system date and time when the employee creates or completes the labor transaction. Now with this new feature, we can edit the start and end times, as well as the end date field, if we have the appropriate security setup, which we saw in Role Maintenance. Let's look at an example. Cancel out of here, go to Production Management, and open Labor Entry. I'll use the flashlight to pull up a previous entry. Select that. And we go to line 1 and we tab through, we can see the available fields. So there's start time, end date, and end time. Prior to this feature, those fields were not available for edit. This allows you to easily correct inaccurate labor entries. Our next feature is one that returns you a feature found previously in Sage's work order. It has come back in the form of an option in Production Management. Currently, in work ticket entry, if the parent item bill has options, multiple detailed lines for the same items, and steps and scrap percentage are created on the Materials tab, some of which cancel out, with one line being positive quantity and another being a negative quantity. In work order, quantities for the same items and steps and scrap percentage are combined into one line. We are bringing this option into Production Management. We didn't want to change the way Production Management works currently, so we added an option allowing both methods to be available. If we want to summarize our lines in work ticket entry, here's what we need to do. First, we need to go to Production Management, Setup menu, and Production Management Options. On the Entry tab, down here in the lower right-hand corner, we have two new options. The first is Summarize Material Lines by Step and Item. So materials that have the same item number, step number, and scrap percentage will be put into one line on work ticket entry. Right below Summarize Material Lines is the option to combine material line item comments. This option is activated if the previous option, Summarize Material Lines by Step and Item, is checked. You can select this checkbox to combine all unique comments from Summarized Material Lines in the Comment field on the Work Ticket Material tab. If this second option is not selected, then only the last comment is written. For an example, if you had 10 lines which contained one washer needed to carry out step 40, and you selected this new option, you would have one line for step 40 and the quantity would be 10. For our development partners, we have a new feature for you to use with the implementation of themes in Sage 100. As you know, each button on an application screen is characterized as either a primary button or a secondary button. You can now override attributes for primary and secondary buttons. Let's discuss how we would do that. A new keyword and value, ignore theme equal yes, is entered in the tag field to override the attribute assigned to a control by the current active theme. When this keyword and value are found, the attributes from the definition of the control in the library file will be used instead. Under Library Master, select Theme Maintenance. For this demonstration, I have already created a custom theme. And you can see I've selected blue for primary and teal for secondary, so they'll stand out. Cancel out of here. I go to Inventory Management, Item Maintenance. You can see here's our secondary and here's our primary. If we select something, and you can see they become active. For our example, let's say that in vendor maintenance, too many people have been accidentally selecting delete instead of cancel, and we think if we change the delete button's attributes back to the default color, they will be less likely to select it. To add the user tag in Nomads, open the library and select the button that you want changed. In our example, that's the delete button. Under Properties, locate the user tag and enter ignore theme equals yes. You can even preview your work as we see in this screenshot. Then we save the panel. So now let's go back to our system and let's see what it looks like. So we're going to go to Vendor Maintenance, which is under Accounts Payable. When the keyword and values are used, the attributes from the default color will be used. Even when we activate it, and you can see it is active, it's still a different color Hopefully that will work and people will notice that it says delete. We hope our solution works well for you.